Shouldn't big tech be responsible for all the pressing questions that they could solve just by leveraging their data? So this brings us to the idea of the day, right to analytics, holding big tech accountable. So there is Freedom of Information Act in various countries. There is Freedom of Information Act, FOIA in USA. There is the Right to Information Act in India. But none of these acts are applicable on the big tech. So what kind of questions should we be asking to big tech? The questions such as what is the mental health score of the general population or a district or a city or a country, right? And this could be easily calculated using the internet search patterns, the data consumption patterns, and uh, this could really help in addressing the uh, like uh, mental health epidemic that is going on currently across the world. And who could help in this? Academia in data science and psychologists. They could collaborate. I mean, they could be hired by these companies through a CSR initiative, or data could be made accessible to the top academicians, to the top psychologists, and they could pose the solution. But then the idea is getting the data to work to increase the mental health awareness, the mental health score of all the people. Then there's also data on influence of online advertising, the examination of Google and Facebook ads, the discussion on are these ads manipulating user behavior. Uh, there is also the question of analytics that it could solve is fair and ethical advertising being followed? And I'm not saying that they will stop doing it. There is always a borderline between what is ethical and not ethical. I'm just saying that this will raise awareness and empower the end user, right? Awareness is something that I'm talking about, not enforcement. Then there is also the analysis of impulse buying trends on platforms like Amazon, right? Impulse buying leads to a lot of consumer buying on items that they don't need, and there is the loss of power to the end consumer that is happening, right? So this analysis, this awareness, I'm not saying that impulse buying will stop, but this awareness will surely make a dent in making the consumer more aware, more empowered to making a decision. Also, sleep loss due to various streaming platforms like OTT, various OTT platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and the discussions of this discussion on the implications of the health and productivity of these videos, right? There could also be discussions on age, how these platforms are affecting the studies of the individuals, right? So there's no currently data available for even researchers to actually conduct research on their platforms, right? So this could play a very important role for researchers, for policymakers. Uh, just this data could be a gold mine for getting the whole humanity more wiser. So call to action, policymakers do consider drafting a policy on right to analytics. The tech firms do consider proactively publishing this kind of information to raise the awareness amongst the users, and individuals uh, like raise awareness, raise this kind of an initiative with whatever power that you have, so that this kind of an policy makes sees the daylight. So that's it for today. There is no force better in this world than an idea whose time has come.